Hello all, I'm Mr. Vinod Atkari, Assistant Professor, Department of Agriculture Engineering, Don Bosco College of Agriculture, Sulkarna, KP, Goa. Here, today I will take module number 1 on Soil and Water Conservation Engineering subject. Course code is Engineering 121 for second semester of first year BSc Agriculture Honours. Name of the module: Introduction of Soil and Water Conservation, Definition and Scope, Causes of Soil Erosion, then types of soil erosion, geological and accelerated soil erosion. The outline of this module is Introduction to Soil and Water Conservation, Definition and Scope of Soil Erosion, Causes of Soil Erosion and types of soil erosion. At the end of this module, the students will learn about all these things, that is introduction of soil and conservation, definition and scope of soil erosion, causes of soil erosion and different types of soil erosion. Start with introduction of soil erosion. The soil conservation is just like a conservation of energy, conservation of momentum or conservation of mass. Just like law of conservation of energy means energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be converted into one form into the other form. Same case happens with soil and water conservation. So it is applied for conserving the soil and water against several atmospheric agents like wind and water. The most fundamental and dominating problem which is tackled by this soil and water conservation is soil erosion. This particularly erosion is the term derived from the Latin word, that is erodere, means to excavate. The definition of soil erosion is it is the three-phase phenomena, that is the detachment, transportation and deposition of soil material from one place to the other place due to the action of wind, water in motion or by the beating action of the raindrops. Scope of soil erosion. The top 30 cm of soil supports all the human and animal life. Also, the soil is very much important for agricultural operations. This thin layer is largely responsible for both the physical support and the nutrition of the plant growth. The rains, flowing water and wind acts as the agent to the soil erosion. As shown in this diagram, there is a detachment of the soil particle due to the falling raindrops, and then it is transported and finally deposited at another place. Basically, two forms of energies are utilized in soil erosion. First is the potential energy, means the energy which is due to the position of the object. It is given by P is equal to mgh. M is the mass, g is the acceleration due to the gravity, and h is the height. Second energy is the kinetic energy, which is due to the motion of the particles, which will be given by this equation k is equal to 1/2 mv square, where m is the mass and v is the velocity of that soil particle. Factors affecting soil erosion. Many factors affect the erosion, like rainfall, runoff, wind, soil, slope, plant cover and temperature. Causes of soil erosion. There are many causes of soil erosion. The first important is due to the destruction of natural protective cover. People are continuously cutting down the trees. Due to this loss of canopy cover, hence there is no interception to the falling runoff. So finally there is no dissipation of the kinetic energy, which will cause erosion in greater extent. Next is the overgrazing of the vegetative cover. Exposed land surface which will be that soil is higher vulnerability to the erosion. Next is the loss of canopy cover due to the forest fire. Undesirable or unwanted forest fires is there. Second important cause is improper land use. We are using land for many purposes like construction, buildings, roads, railway tracks, etc. Also, we are doing agriculture on this land, but it is not by the scientific practices. Due to this, there is erosion happens. Next, types of erosion. There are basically two types. Erosion is classified into two types. First is the geological erosion and second one is the accelerated erosion. Geological erosion means a natural or normal erosion. It happens due to the natural processes like falling, like natural soil forming processes. This erosion results due to the action of wind, water, gravity and glaciers. It is a long time eroding process, means 1000 years are required to cause these erosions. Second important type of erosion is accelerated erosion, means abnormal erosion. The removal of soil takes place at much faster rate than geological erosion. It is called as accelerated erosion. It is in excess to geological erosion. This erosion is due to the artificial causes or acts of man. This erosion happens on cultivated land. That is, whatever the erosion takes place on the cultivated land is called as accelerated erosion. And finally, the term soil erosion is simply erosion means of the accelerated erosion. We are not considering here geological erosion. We'll further classify this accelerated erosion into two types. That is, first is the water erosion, second is the wind erosion. Water erosion means the removal of soil from the exposed land surface by impact of raindrops and running water, including runoff, which that runoff from either rainfall, either melted snow, or from ice. Further, the water erosion is classified into the 5 types. That is, first one is the raindrop or splash erosion, second one sheet erosion, third one reel erosion, fourth one gully, and fifth one the stream bank erosion. Second type of accelerated erosion is the wind erosion, means the erosion which takes place due to the action of wind. Mechanics of water erosion. The water erosion takes place by the 6 steps. First is the hydraulic action, the force, which means the force exerted by the air in the voids. Second one is the abrasion, means the shear force of water to score the soil. Here the scoring of the soil happens in the second stage. Third is the attrition, means the mechanical breakdown of the loads. Fourth one is the solution. Whatever the soil detached from the surface will mix in the water and will form a chemical solution. And finally, that solution will transfer from one place to the other place. This transportation also depends on the velocity and the type of load. And finally, the deposition, last stage of the water erosion. Once the gravitational force is more than that load, then that case the particle is settled at that place. These are the references. Thank you.